What's going on, growers? It's James Prigioni coming to you live from Jersey. It's July and the food forest is pumping out insane amounts of food. So today, me and Tuck want to take you along for a massive backyard gardening harvest. Let's go! Let's start things off by harvesting a massive, organically grown, fresh peach. Look at the size of this thing. It's just absolutely massive. I want to be careful pulling it off the branch, but this thing is just one of the biggest peaches that I've ever grown. Looks like a giant butt. Look at the size of it. Oh, look at that, nice and soft. This is gonna be just, I can't wait to taste it. It's gonna just taste incredible. Organically grown, so I don't even really have to wash it. Let's just take a fresh bite right into it. Look at the juice. Absolutely incredible. Look at the color. Look at the size. You don't get better food than this. Fresh. I mean, organically grown, you can, I just need another bite. This is why we grow, I can't even talk. This is why we grow our own food fresh. There's nothing like it. This is why I try to encourage people to grow their own food, because you can't put into words how rewarding it is, how incredible it tastes. Let's keep showing more things though. There's an incredible amount of things I've got to show you guys. Look at the peach up here, another beautiful one. Let me grab this thing fresh. It's got a mark on it or two, but that's okay. We're still gonna eat this one. And another one over here. These are definitely the biggest peaches that I have ever grown. Look at the size of this one I'll grab. Look at this thing. Incredible. And just go up a little bit, look how many more we have to get. The amazing thing is this isn't even the tree that's loaded. Let me bring you over to the tree that's not, the peaches aren't ripe yet, but they're right around the corner, and there's an incredible amount. A few more here. Look at this tree. Look at the sheer number, come over here, of peaches. And look at the color. We love to see it. Beautiful red color on them. So these ones still have a little bit of time. They're still hard to the touch. So we'll give them their time. They're not as big as these peaches are, but we're just gonna get an abundance of them. Check these out down here. So peaches are only one thing that we're going to be harvesting today. Let's move over to some other stuff, grab some more fruit, grab some more veggies, and just enjoy the fresh stuff. Me and Tuck want to remind you to grab some exclusive summer merch at jamesprigioni.com. If you want to support the channel, if you like the summer merch, grab it while it's still here. It's a limited time thing. We started off by harvesting massive peaches. Now let's harvest some massive blueberries. Look at the size of these things. These things are like the size of nickels. And look how many we have fresh, ready to be harvested. Look at the size of these now. Look up this bush a little bit. Look how many are actually on here. It's just absolutely beautiful. I gotta actually try some of these. And look at like that white stuff on the outside of their skin. That's how you know they're fresh and natural. Look at that. It's like that amazing coating of like all different kind of bacteria and stuff, all the beneficial bacteria. Let's actually get a taste of this fresh. Oh. Peaches, the blueberries, it's like, I don't know, actually, it's like actually heaven out here, I think. I mean, it's a paradise. I've talked about it before, but a food forest is a paradise, not just for people, but for every living thing. If I allowed the birds to get in here, you think this wouldn't be a bird paradise with all these blueberries? Absolutely it would be. There's only one bush. Let's keep moving though. As we pass by some nice apples. Some beautiful apples here. And you can see how I'm protecting the blueberries with this insect netting. This is super important, because if we don't protect these blueberries, the birds will come for all of them. Here's some more huge blueberries. Love to see it. Let me take you over to the pink lemonade blueberries. Look at these. Look how beautiful these look. Look at the contrast, the color. Fresh ones. Come over to this one too. This one has even more of the pink lemonades on it. Oh my gosh, look how pink they are. Look how pink and incredible they look. Let's just pop all these into my mouth to get a nice taste. Then we'll have to get some for the boss, Tuck. He can't eat the blueberries, so he's not allowed to have some of these, but Let's see how they are. Sweet, a bit tarty, that strong blueberry flavor. It's just, there's so many levels of flavor. It's so dynamic and so, again, I'm really struggling with words today because I'm just loading my mouth with food and the flavors are actually taking the words right out of my mouth. But we got so much more stuff to harvest. We did a bunch of fruits. Let's grab some other stuff, like some zucchini right here. This one's got a massive one on it. Let's take this guy right here. Nice, beautiful, Castato Romanesco, my favorite variety. We got some cabbages over here. Let's start with the monster one in the back. I have this labeled as Brunswick, but I'm not positive if this is the Brunswick or the premium flat late Dutch cabbage. So it looks like that one to me. Let's get this ready to be harvested. Peel some of the leaves back. These will go to the chickens. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Incredible. Look how flat it is. This has got to be the flat Dutch. I've got another one that's bigger than this one. Actually, I think maybe even two more that are bigger than this. Let's move over to the Jersey Wakefield, the early Jersey. We have another cabbage to grab. We're gonna try to get these as quick as possible. Just get this one. Another one that's gonna weigh a lot. I'm harvesting most of my brassicas today because soon we'll have to start getting the next variety of brassicas going for the fall. So the blueberries, the brassicas, the cabbages, whatever they are, we try to harvest them for the longest period of time that we can. So blueberries, we have so many different varieties that are ready from like, you know, a couple weeks ago all the way till like almost till fall. And brassicas, we've had brassicas that are ready early. I'm still harvesting them in July. And then a couple months from now, we'll be harvesting even more. Look at this. Incredible. But let's get the Melissa Savoy right here too. Kind of a small one, but let's get it anyways. A bit small. Didn't have as much space as some of the other cabbages. Still a nice harvest, as you see. Okay, let's grab this. Let's keep going. I feel sometimes almost like the videos are getting like repetitive because I'm harvesting like always cabbages and just a lot of blueberries and stuff. But the idea with these videos is I want to encourage you guys. I want to do anything to get as many of you growing because that's the whole goal. So by harvesting all this food, I want to show you what you can do, what anybody can do. Look at the tomatoes along here. They're starting to ripen up. The Super Sweet 100 is almost ready in the front, but I do have a couple Super Sweet 100s and some Sun Gold cherries that are ready in the other food forest. We'll grab them for our first tomatoes of the year. Look how beautiful the red zinnia is. So I'm really proud of myself for adding a lot of flowers to the garden this year. Not only does it bring in the pollinators, but it's just brings beauty to the garden in general. Let's continue harvesting. We'll grab one of these golden zucchinis. This one has gotten too big. Oh, look at the size of it. The color too, just incredible. Let me grab some of the other zucchinis back here. This one that got really big. Look how many this one plant has. There's one, there's two on this one here. And then the third, the fourth, and the fifth down there, we'll leave and those will be ready in like a day or so. I've got a really cool looking patty pan squash too, a big one I want to show you. I'm gonna grab right after this, but look at the Red Express cabbage, ready to be harvested, but I'm gonna skip this one for now because I think I showed you guys enough cabbages. I just have so many of them. We'll put this down. Let me grab the big patty pan squash in here. This one is so insane looking. Gotta see how good it looks. Come here. Look at this. Look at the color on this thing. It's just absolutely beautiful. The pattern of it. It's like a painting or something. I love it. There's a bunch more of them down here that are smaller and getting close to being ready. Look at those down there. So a number of them more. We'll have a bunch of these soon. I've got a lot of cucumbers over here too, but I just want to show you, look at this keyhole raised bed. I'm like being attacked by food. It's like just coming out in every direction. You almost can't even see that it's a keyhole bed right now. And let's grab some of these cucumbers over here. I know there's a lot of them here and I have so many more to grab on the other side of the fence. Look at this variety. Look how long this thing is. We're growing so many different kinds of cucumbers. So I want to bring you to the other side where I've got a cucumber that's even bigger than this one. That I've got one that's just massive. Let's grab our first fresh tomato of the year 2022. And it just so happens to be my favorite all-time variety, the Sun Gold Cherry. It couldn't be more perfect than this. Peaches, blueberries, fresh tomatoes, and my favorite variety. Look at this. If you've never had the Sun Gold Cherry, the taste is incredible. One of the best overall tomatoes, I think, is the Super Sweet 100 right behind me. Look at these insane sets of fruit. That's why they call it 100, because this thing's got hundreds of fruit on it. But let's taste the Sun Gold Cherry, my all-time favorite flavored one. See, that's the difference. These hit you with the sweetness right in the front, like the blueberries do. But on the backside of the blueberries, you get a little tartness. On the backside of these, you get a little bit of that acidic flavor. So they're so unique from one another. The Sun Gold Cherry is my favorite. It's just so good. Let's grab some cucumbers over here though. You won't believe how many cucumbers are in this one spot right here. Check this out. Check this out. Come over here. Come over here. Look at this. One location. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, look, 7, 8 cucumbers ready to go in one spot. Let's do a speed harvest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that one was broke already. Look at the ones back there. There's more. Take a peek at the dragon tongue and take a peek at the dragon dog right here. Oh, this guy's always the best out here, hanging out in the shade of the cucumbers, looking for his own fresh snack, boy? He's such a good dog. If you guys love seeing Tuck in the videos, spam some hearts and hit the subscribe button for the boss, the leader. All right, that should be enough from that spot. And then there's so many more along the fence line, all different varieties. But I really want to show you this one variety I have in the chicken pen. It's got to be some of the longest cucumbers I've ever seen. Let me bring you in there. Let me show you that real quick. We're producing a lot of food in the chicken pen this year. We got the silver slicers. Here's more silver slicers here. Look at all of them down there. I'm not going to spend too much time actually harvesting them, but check this one out. You kidding me? Oh my gosh. I don't know right now what variety it is, but I'll put it in the video. Look at the... Hey Tucky, you want a cucumber? Look, this cucumber is almost as long as him. Sorry for scaring you, boy. We'll give it... He doesn't even know what to do with it. This will be food for a week, realistically. That's just hilarious. So many more cucumbers down there, but actually let's just look at a few. Come over here. Look at the varieties. Look at this. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 cucumbers in one spot. More cucumbers over there. Check, don't forget these. Peek over here. Size of these two right here. Oh, looks like we got a bird that was hanging out in the chicken pen. Look at us over here. More cucumbers here. Another one here. It's definitely peak cucumber season, as you can see. But let's go grab some more stuff. I don't want to just get stuck on cucumbers because that could definitely happen. Let's keep the harvest going. We got a lot of stuff to grab still. Check out this pallet raised bed though. The tomatoes on here are just doing so well. There's gonna be so many sets of tomatoes here. And the chocolate pear, I've never harvested that one before, so I'm excited to see it. Look at Tuck to our right, digging a massive hole in underneath the raspberries. He's so deep down there because he's thirsty. Tuck, you want a drink, boy? We'll see if he wants a drink. Want some water, Tucky? Some water, boy? I bet he's thirsty. Let me bring him some fresh water in his little cave. He's so hot. Look how deep he is in there. The raspberries didn't do as good this year as they could have, but that's because the boss needed a spot to lay. Let's give him some fresh water though. It's hot out here, but he has zero quit in him. He's gonna stay outside. He's gonna protect the garden. He's gonna watch over us as we're doing some filming. That's why he's the boss. That's why he's the leader. That's why he's the top dog. If you guys love seeing him, do not forget, spam hearts down in the comments. This guy absolutely loves to see the hearts, and hit the subscribe button if you want to be part of Team Grow with the leader right here. Let's go. We got some more stuff to show, some more stuff to harvest. Over here, I want to show you this apple because it is doing fantastic. The best in the whole entire property. Look at them. Look at some of these apples down here. Look at this guy. Notice some of the spray on it. I put a combination of both surround, kaolin clay, but I also hit it with some sulfur to try to get you know, negate any of the issues. We could get like apple scab, so we don't want that. This apple's doing fantastic too, the Honeycrisp. But like I said, we're going to be harvesting. We got more stuff to harvest. Like, look at this cabbage. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna be the big one. A few little bites here and there, but not too bad. So much food, so much weight to it. So that's gonna be a nice meal right there. Swing around to the other side. This is one of the, I guess I'd say more beautiful cabbages I grew this year. Another one of the flat ones. So let's harvest this guy. This is just gonna be the last cabbage I harvest of the video, but there's just so many of them. And the backyard is small. We're living in a suburban setting, so like there's not that much space back here. We just really pack stuff tight. Think about this. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cabbages in 5 square feet. That's why it looks like we can get so much food, because we plant stuff dense. Oh my gosh, this is the heaviest one by far. Look at the beauty. Let me just peel this leaf back. Woo! Look, there was an old cabbage worm that died off. We sprayed it with the BT about a few days ago. Cabbage worm died off. Look at this. It's like as big as my head. Hilarious. Put this down from now. We got more stuff to grab. Actually, let's do the last cauliflower of the season. And it's a beauty. It is the purple cauliflower. Let me get this one, known as the graffiti. The graffiti purple. Stunning color. Stunning. Put this down. We got some more stuff to grab, but I want to show you some of my peppers that are starting to do real well now that the weather's changing. Look at some of these peppers down here. I've got more peppers planted this year, look over here too, than I've ever planted. Different kinds of basil, we need to remove those flowers. More peppers in the back, but I was lying about the super sweet 100s. I do actually have some super sweet 100s that are ready to harvest. Let me bring you over. I'm doing some unique things this year, having fun, growing a lot of things in pots. Like, look at this. I'm growing this in a pot, up a string, up a tree, underneath peaches. And everyone's enjoying it, even the bees. Look, this bee has literally like, he's in paradise. He's basically died in paradise. Look at him. He's just chilling. Maybe he did, oh, look at him, taking a nap in there. In a coma because he's so happy. Look at this super sweet 100. Growing in a pot, up a string, up a tree. Have you seen it before? I hope not. We always like to do things that are different. Come on in, super sweet 100. Look at this. Fresh maters. First super sweet 100 of the season, but let's go over to the sun gold cherry and try it, because we got another one ready. Another one grown up in a pot up a tree. Super sweets, I mean sun gold cherries. Super sweet and sun gold. Let's taste them. First we'll try the super sweet. This one could probably be a tiny bit riper, but I'm sure it's still good. Good flavor, but it's not as good as the sun gold, it really isn't. Super sweet's great, but nothing tops the flavor in the sun gold in my opinion. Now, let's check out the massive, and beautiful sunflowers. Look how many heads this thing has. This one came up on its own. So I can't tell you the variety because it's probably a hybrid. It crosses a few different ones. Look at it. Insane. And there's a couple more in the back that are getting really tall too. But look how tall this one is. So this one's gonna be 10, 12 feet tall, but it's got like 50 heads on it too. So it's not just the one that's super tall with the one massive head. It's this thing goes on forever. And then one more variety over here. This one looks like it's a combination of the regular sunflower and the red sun. The red sun are one of my favorite sunflowers for the color. They look so beautiful, but this looks like it's a combination. So it's got like the red sunflower, like some of the attributes of it, but then it's also growing more like a normal sunflower. So these things came up on their own. They were volunteers. I got more of them over here. So we've got a combination of like Tomato Alley and we've got Tomato Alley and Sunflower Towers. So it's pretty cool. One more thing I want to show you. Look at these tomatoes. These are the perfect porch tomato. Determinate variety that doesn't get any bigger than this, but look how many tomatoes it produces. So again, if you don't have a lot of space, that's not an excuse to grow food. You don't need a lot of space to be able to grow some of your own fresh snacks so you can be eating them right out of the garden. That's today's video, growers. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Even when I think back a couple weeks about like how much food we've actually been harvesting this year, it's so much more than any other year, which is exciting. And you know, I figured that would probably happen because what we're always trying to do is learn from our mistakes and then refine that. That's what makes it easier. That's why after 10 years, you could get this much food. It's so much fun to go from like strawberries. We were getting crazy amounts of strawberries. Before that, so much lettuce. Now the peaches are in full, getting so many peaches. The blueberries, you can't even keep up with them. It's just it's such a joy, and I want everyone to have the same opportunity as me. I got a food pantry in the background. I got my own fresh food factory basically back here. So it's a lot of fun. And even if you only have a little balcony, you can create your own little mini food factory. You can do the same thing I'm doing, but just on a smaller scale. And just think about it. Look at this. The tomatoes over here haven't even started producing yet. So I mean, started finishing. In a couple weeks, when some of the other stuff starts to slow down, like when we have no more cabbages and stuff left or anything, it doesn't matter. Tomatoes will take up that spot, and we're just gonna be harvesting so many tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, more I don't know, just so much food. Me and Tuck can get a little out of hand out here sometimes because this is what we love to do. Not only do we love growing the food, but we love sharing it with everyone else because our main goal is to just get other people to grow as much stuff as they can so they could have the same kind of joy that we have. So I wanted to thank one of our new channel members, Adam Reyes. Thanks for being a part of Team Grow. Thanks for contributing. Thanks for having your hand in, you know, a lot of the food we're growing and everything. I also want to mention, if you guys want to grab some summer merch, get it now at jamesprigioni.com while you still can. We got water bottles, kneelers, kids clothes, women's clothes, all different kind of stuff. So if you want to support the channel, if you want to be a part of Team Grow, grab the merch while you still can. Before we leave, let's get a quick shot of the boss over there. I've got some buckets of weeds that I was weeding just a little bit ago, but look at the boss. Let's get a quick shot of him. We got to get inside and get him in the cool because it's just too hot out here. That's why we like to give him as much water as possible. So me and Tuck had a blast. We hope you did as well. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Do not forget to share it with your friends. James and Tuck will be back at you again real soon. We